Okay, you guys. So, of course, I titled this video Freedom. I'm going to really try to keep this video short because it is midnight right now. And I'm really trying to get back on a decent schedule. Not like too early, but I feel like 1-ish, 1:30 is good for me. But I told you guys, there's been a lot of tea, right? And when you're wanting change, when you're wanting to change whatever it is you're trying to change, right? Everything that you've acquired in your life has your energy or has imprinted its energy on to you. And so people placing things that you became entangled with and or connected with during certain traumas, as you come out of that, you no longer want to entertain those people. You no longer feel connected with those people. You no longer feel, you know, a vibration with those people. And it's crazy because people have always called me like antisocial. Everybody, people have always called me certain things because I've always picked and chose who I wanted to connect to. And it wasn't because I thought I was all that, but I'm kind of like, if I'm not into partying and drinking and smoking, why would I hang out with somebody who is into that? Like, we don't have nothing in common. We have things in common. I can see us connecting, but we don't have things in common. And so either way, y'all, I've been able to, and this is also therapy. I owe this to therapy. I've been able to walk away from situations, relationships, and regardless of how long it's been, because I think that people who are trauma bond or people who are codependent, look at what codependency is. They will be like, but I invested 20 years. I've been with this motherfucker for 20 years, 15 years, 5 years that I can't get back. And it's like, but imagine how many more years you have and what you've been doing with that energy. And instead of using the energy, bitching, moaning, upset, feeling some type of way. And so going back into me, y'all, it is a process of literally physical, right? Everything physically in your life represent spiritual things within your life. Everything that you physically see, that you acquire and obtain, is what's inside the mind. If the mind is broken, you will always have broken experiences. There's nothing on the outside that's causing that. It's always on the inside. And so, throughout the years, I've acquired things, I've gone through stuff, unloaded a lot of stuff as I unloaded and deprogrammed consciousness. And I'm even going to do a session with y'all, soon, where we're going to collectively do exercises to release and to deprogram certain things that you've been programmed. And a lot of this have come from society. Another reason why I don't care for social media. I don't care to be on a TikTok. I don't care to be on all these other sites. I will get on, I told y'all there's a platform that I do get on to kind of check people out. And that's it. But I'm not too invested in it. I can go days and weeks and months without getting on it because I know what these things do. A lot of people use these sources because they have no real life. And so they get on these apps and stuff and they find some type of getaway, escapism from their life on these platforms. And because I've worked through my shit, I want to live my life. I enjoy experiencing my life. I enjoy doing things that make me happy. And so I decided over the past 4 years, I kind of like deprogrammed myself, got rid of things that I no longer needed. And, two people I really did, no longer served me. We had nothing, we were just taking up space in each other's lives. But in 2025, we're 2 months in. We're almost 40 days. What is today? The 18th. So we are Almost, yeah, almost 40 days in, like 30. No, we are 40 days in. So we're almost 50. We'll say we're almost 50 days in. Yes, we're almost 50 days in. 31, 41, 52. Okay, we'll stay with that. 50 days, give or take. Estimation is 50 to 52 days. Long story short, because I'm losing the train of thought that I'm on. I decided that I no longer wanted spectators in my life. I no longer wanted spectators because there's two things that come up for me as I'm deprogramming, as I'm rearranging my thought process, and I'm also teaching people who taught me about life, right? And that's why I tell y'all, you focus on you and you work on you, people around you are going to see these changes and they're going to want to change. And it's not them wanting to change because you're forcing it on them. They're just gonna say, "What is it about you that's so different? Like, what are you doing to stay so sane and do 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 do, that type of thing?" And so I told you I knew someone who was battling, cancer. They was diagnosed with stage 5 cancer, and through my guidance, and them seeking out me, I didn't offer anything. They asked me, they actually survived. They beat it. Getting the diagnosis in October of being stage 5 and literally, going in January. And I think it was actually December, like the first week of December, and being told that, you don't have it. It's not active. And they rung that bell. And so I'm like, all of this means something, right? Spectators, everything's the energy. Everything's about containing, confining, retraining energy. Everything. There's no such thing as it's only pertaining to this, it's only pertaining to that. Everything that you do, everything that you are, everything that you get, everything you buy, everything you do, there's an energetic purpose behind it and there's an energetic consequence behind it. So people who are happy with their life does not drink their life away. People who are happy with their life, they don't smoke their life away. People want you to believe that. That is a program. They want you to think that happy people go out and socially drink. Happy people go out and socially smoke, or they smoke in the privacy of their own home. No, 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 no. Happy people who want to experience their life to the fulfillment or fully don't do those things. And so, like I said, stepping back, because of course, I'm going into my story because I'm not here to condemn or judge people. Because what you do is what you do is what I do is what I do. But you're not going to judge me or condemn me for what I do because I'm not judging, continue for what you do. Because if I didn't like what you do, I just won't mess with you. I'm not knocking on your door. I'm not calling your phone. You know what I mean? Just like I wouldn't want you to do that because you do that to me. Then I have a right to, get your ass together. And so either way, I've decided that I didn't want no more spectators. I decided I did not want anybody around me, whether it's family, friends, coworkers, ex-coworkers, people that liked me in the past, to sit on my Facebook page, to sit on any type of personal social media, to just spectate. And I think what really got me together is when an auntie who I didn't even know had a Facebook, I totally forgot she was even on my list, called my mom about a post that I made like a month ago. And I was just like, that's kind of weird though. Why would she be watching my post? And because she don't comment or interact. So why is she watching my post and shit? Was she calling you to tell you what I posted? So who else is doing that? So it kind of rubbed me the wrong way, y'all, because I'm very private. I'm not a fan of people asking about my business and what I do and how I do it. Because bitch, unless you're contributing, it's none of your fucking business. Bottom line, none of your business what I do. Unless you're paying the rent, you gonna pay the rent? Okay, if you're not, bitch, stop asking what the fuck I do. And I tell everybody I know, if anybody asks you anything about bitch, you send them to me. You let me know. Hey, so blah, blah, blah. I was asking questions. So that way I can reach out to them and see what's really going on. Because, bitch, you know that I'm that girl. Girl, I like to confront people the right way. I don't confront people to fight with people. I confront with to check your energy because I want you to check my energy. Bitch, I come off to you weird or whatever, please check my energy too. I love people to check my energy because I'm going to check your motherfucking energy. And so either way, I decided that I didn't want that no more. So I literally said, started today, I started deleting people and it's going to continue to go until I'm satisfied. but I'm going to be deleting people and even numbers out of my phone who I do not communicate with on a regular basis. If I've not heard from you since New Year's Eve, bitch, and we're about to be in spring, bitch, you're removed. I'm removing that number. I'm removing you off my Facebook. And of course, I posted that and someone reached out to me and they were like, well, I hope I'm not the one, because I said spectators are either haters or people waiting for your downfall, which is true. People who love you, want to see you prosper, they're not just spectating. Girl, they're interacting with you. They're inspiring you, because that's how we inspire each other. People who don't give a fuck about what you got going on, they don't care if you sink or fucking swim. Girl, they just looking. They're checking to see what you got going on. Let me see. I don't do that. I told you I don't check on people. Girl, hello? Bitch, hello? Girl, I'm not out. Girl, bye. We don't talk like that, girl. I'm not about to go look up and see what you got posted over here. Anyway, so like I said, they felt some type of way. And of course, I'm always open for ideas and opinions, because it's not that I care, but of course, you know, am I in the wrong for wanting to cut off spectators? Because let me tell y'all a few little teas too, and this is kind of going into a story time. I'm from Stockton, California, and Stockton is not a big city, okay? And I lived there most of my life. And so, long story short, me being a trans woman and probably one of the only real trans women, not cross-dressing, not playing woman's color, but actually being respected as a woman, I got a lot of attention. I got a lot of people checking and wanting to do, friends of the family member friends, cousins, co-worker, whatever. Bitch, they were like trying to check on me. And I told y'all, even like on Facebook, shit, girl, Facebook got me in a lot of trouble because, family members, friends would hit on me and we'll be talking. And I'm like, well, I'm not about to just come out and be like, hi, I'm a trans. And then they'll be like, hey, I think you're my homeboy's cousin. And I was asking about you. And he was like, you were his cousin, but you're a man. And I was like, bitch, who? And of course, some of them won't want to tell because, I looked through the list and I couldn't see. But long story short, y'all, one of my cousins who's now locked up, come on in here to Karma. Can we ring a bell for Karma? Can we ring a bell for Karma? One of my cousins who we were so close growing up, and as we became adults, we separated for many, many reasons because I don't do fake, phony ass energy. But I was dating a guy, very tall. I'm not going to get into heights because there might be only, a few people at this height. So I'm not going to say the actual height, but he was over 6'2". And he lived in a surrounding, area. And we were talking, we were dating, and he was trying to like integrate me slowly into his family, right? And so his younger cousins, they're females, was like, oh my gosh, she's so pretty, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to invite her to a barbecue and I want you to meet her. So of course, we've already had this discussion and he's like, if they clock, they clock. If they don't, they don't. But I want to just kind of get a feel and then introduce. Okay. I'm down for that. I was nervous. I was scared, y'all. Even right now, I'm getting the same feelings. I was scared. I was like, oh my God, what happened if, I get my T clock and he act like I didn't tell him. And now I'm another, woman taken out, and so I was just nervous. And I was, just thinking about this stuff, y'all. And this was about 2008, 2009. And this cousin in particular, I didn't know it was this cousin in particular, but the female cousins, right when the party was about to go down, the female's cousins was like, just so you know, the girl that you showed us is actually a he. So he was like, what? What do you mean it's a he? Playing this sort of role to see like who was saying this shit. And they're like, yeah, our friends blank and blank told us. Now, mind you, they confronted him about it. And of course, this man was not going to act like he was with the program. But he was highly upset because basically I was outed and he was outed forcefully, right? We were forcefully outed. And that's very irritating, bitch. Let somebody else tell their fucking story. Don't you tell nobody's story. Let them tell their story. Let this heterosexual identifying man who never ever been with anybody of the same gender, same sex, he's like, this is something new for him. Let him come out and do his own shit. Because I would never personally out somebody. So who the fuck are you? So they told him who it was. He called my phone and said, you know what? We're not gonna do the party. Just so you know, I'm gonna have to take a little break. And I was like, why? What happened? He's like, yeah, my two cousins explained to me that your two cousins said that, told them what you were. And I was like, who? What cousins? Cause bitch, oh, I was heated, y'all. I was fucking heated. I was like, what cousins? And he said, well, you gotta promise you're not gonna do that because this could be blowed up bigger than it needs to be blown. And I was like, I promise, but tell me. So he's like, okay, and he drops the two names. Now, I was shocked at the other cousin because this cousin is a fucking crackhead. He's a criminal motherfucker. His ass got arrested for kidnapping a motherfucking prostitute. He's a meth head. He's a crackhead. Bitch, he's a pill. Bitch, he's every fucking thing out of the motherfucking sun, but a righteous motherfucking man. All his fucking kids, his baby mama don't want to fuck with his nasty ass. He's a pervert. He's all that. So I was like, well, why he's so caught up in the tea? Because it's giving me creepy vibes. It's giving me very creepy vibes. Like you worrying about who the fuck we fucking on. You thinking about me in a sexual way, which kind of is not too far-fetched because you're into some weird shit. And I won't go into the stories of what I've heard about this motherfucker. He's older than me by 6 years. And we're first cousins. Okay? But I heard some very fucked up shit about him, girl. And they know I had a mouth on me, y'all. So people that do shit to me because they know I had a mouth on me. I was either going to cuss your ass out or tell my motherfucking mama or tell one of my brothers and you're going to get your ass fucked up. So people knew how to move with me. But this other cousin, I was so shocked, y'all. Because I was like, this is my favorite cousin. This is my cousin that had my back. We used to be on a playground and shit, and people would bully. We fought people for each other. I was like, what the fuck? No, this Roger Rabbit, back built ass, Barney shaped ass faggot. Oh, excuse me. Big motherfucker didn't do that. I was like, what the hell? So, y'all, I was like, oh my God. It took me like, I think 2 months to tell my sister about it. Because I was like, girl, I don't want to be around none of those people. I don't give a fuck about what party they got. They could be fake all day long because I know the tea. Girl, my sister's like, what happened? I told her, she's like, what? Oh, hell no. I was like, bitch, fuck it. I'm going to confront him. So at this point, me and this guy had officially decided to, call it off because he was getting like bullied and pressured and, also shit being with a trans person. But my cousin, I'm being a respectful person, y'all, because I could have knocked fire from this motherfucker. Because we used to fight as kids, and I always whooped this motherfucking ass because I'm karate motherfucking trained. So his ass was a karate trained because his mama didn't give a fuck about him or his other or his other motherfucking siblings. Okay, she ran the streets, act like she was fucking young while they were doing what the fuck they wanted to do. So he didn't do any extracurricular activity. He didn't go to Ladja Key while his mama had a job. He didn't learn karate and shit. Because, bitch, that's what they were doing. They were running the streets and doing what the fuck they were doing. Clearly doing drugs and doing other shit that kids should not be fucking doing. So, bitch, like I said, we used to fight and I would whoop this motherfucker's ass all the fucking time. And then he will tell my grandmother on me and then I'll get in trouble. And I'm just like, but this nigga's like 300 pounds and I'm only 120. Like, who's really the bully here? And so, y'all, either way, I confronted him. Professionally, I even treated him out for lunch. I said we had, some sushi. Shout out to Coco Row in Stockton off Pacific Avenue, girl, the Miracle Mile. Shout out to Coco Row. We had some sushi. I paid for the sushi, y'all. Could you imagine that? Me paying for the sushi with the motherfucker who fucking got me. Like, girl, who's to say if he didn't tell me, if my man didn't tell me about the situation? I go to this party, y'all, and I got my ass beat. I got my ass fucking beat and fucking killed. This motherfucker would have went to my motherfucking funeral and played it off like nothing happened. He would have played like he didn't even motherfucking know a thing, girl, because he didn't even tell me anything about this. So, of course, I'm asking him, and I know he's motherfucking lying because he's stuttering and shit while I'm looking at him in his eye, and I'm telling him, as a trans person, it's risky out here for us. So the fact that you put me in danger not only disrespected me, but it disrespected you. And not only did it disrespect you, you disrespected our motherfucking ancestors, bitch. And I told him in a nicer way. And he was like, But it wasn't like that though. I just I just thought that, it was a fun little game we were playing, and I thought I was playing a game with them. So you are playing a game at the expense of me potentially getting my ass whooped or getting murdered, huh? Okay. So y'all, we fell off, and of course he apologized. But I told him that one day I will have his head. And of course, I was hoping and praying that it didn't turn out another way, because I said, baby, that could come across a little, TTT. That could come across a little violent, girl. If something really happened to him, they'll say, well, hey, he told me that you told him that you'll have his head one day, whatever. So we know how that would turn out. But God, that was traumatizing for me. And it made me say, I'm not going to date anybody else in that city or that area. Anybody who knows somebody who knows somebody, I'll pass. Like, I was dating still, but I was dating people out of town, other states that would come and visit, from New York, from Florida, they would come in. We had long distance relationships. But anyway, so I'm glad I let him go, y'all. Like, I literally removed him off my Facebook. I want to say, last year in February, maybe even January, and then he ended up getting arrested like 4 months ago for some heinous shit. And I'm telling my mom and them flat out, like, baby, this is kind of like what karma does. Like, you thought you basically confined me. You put me in a box. You basically wanted to expose me and my tea, but you want to expose you and your tea. And that's how I learned too. People who want to expose other people's tea usually have tea of their own to spill, and they don't want to spill their tea. So they want you to focus on the other people's tea while they sucking dick, getting fucked, doing all their shit behind the motherfucking scenes. And that's what that came down with that. And so either way, y'all, I let that go. And then, like I said, going into a whole bunch of stuff too, because other people would call me, they would tell me things about other people, and I'd be like, Dad, you know what? Bling, bling, bling said bling, bling, bling. So of course I didn't confront her or him. I just blocked him. And I think one of them did like call somebody and say, hey, ask her, why did she block me? Bitch, you know why I blocked you, and I don't need to tell you why, and I don't need to tell these people why. I'm grown. You gonna check me, bitch, show up. Show up to my house, knock on the door, and say why I blocked you. I blocked you because I can. I pay my bill. I pay my phone bill. I blocked you. What you gonna do? Blocked. Okay. But even pushing forward, y'all, with that was that story, right? So that taught me a lot about people. Like, your worst enemy could be the people that you call and love. And that's when I also did my research and found out that you're actually more than likely to be hurt. See, a lot of y'all be so safe. You feel so safe with family and friends. But do you know that you have a higher chance of being hurt by a family or friend than a complete stranger? Because a complete stranger don't know your capabilities. Your family and friends do. And I was telling that to old girl, someone I know. That's what I'm saying, old girl. But I was saying that to old girl about getting to know your neighbors. I don't have to get to know my neighbors, girl. We have Ring alarms. We have camera systems. We got 911. Girl, we got Ring. Girl, we got all this stuff. Your eyes now is your surveillance camera. Your eyes now, especially you live in an apartment complex, is your maintenance man and your front desk at your office. Your neighbors are no. People have had their apartments broken into, their houses broken into. They've had invasions, and it's been done by neighbors. Like, you know how many readings I've given on people with that shit, including one of my uncles who had his whole fucking house ransacked, where bitch everybody thought he was just faking it for insurance, but he wasn't. And I was like, yeah, I'm seeing, and I break it down and bam. But even going to this too, y'all, and this some little shady, this some little shisty shit too. Another reason why I don't really feel bad for letting people go. I think every family has secrets. And I think that every family has secrets. But the plus about me and me being in my family is that I always uncover these secrets. And so I know who to stay away from and who to, interact with on a certain level and who to, be close to. So hear this out. I have a cousin, because this gets deep, y'all. This go hand in hand of freedom and shit. Being free, being liberated. Stop getting into the social norms of you have to be with, you have to do. That is your family. When nobody's there, you're going to only have your family. What type of mindset is that? You are what you motherfucking think. Okay? You are what you motherfucking think. What type of mindset is that? Say, bitch, all you really got to the end is your family. No, bitch, your family could be borrowed too. Not all family members are relatives, honey. There's two different things. We're relatives, we're not family. But y'all, let me tell y'all the gag of it all. Are y'all ready for this? Grab your popcorn. We in Midnight Metanoia energy still. Hello. Grab some popcorn because this shit's getting deep. I have, and I'm gonna say this loosely, but watch what I say for the sake of I don't want to out anyone in this process and me explaining this story, and I don't want to get people attacked unnecessarily because I told you people. I have one cousin for sure that come to my page and she watched my channel from time to time. And I think others have as well because they picked up shit and was like, hey, I was looking at this and yeah. So I have a cousin who I was very close to growing up, you guys. And this cousin passed away when I was in elementary school going into middle school. And it was like my first, because all the other people that died before this cousin was older. So this was one of the younger ones. And it was very traumatizing for me, right? Being that young, I didn't understand, what I thought when you die, you get older. I thought that was the next transition. Like you get older and then that's the next way, you go. I didn't know that you can go young too. And that was my first reality check. But this cousin, we were so close, you guys, and he was like an older brother to us, and like he stayed with us, and we saw the little drama happen, but he was a player. He had multiple baby mamas, and they were both coming to the house to spend the night, and we knew not to, say shit because my mom be like, "That say this, don't y'all get in it?" So we didn't, but we took a liking to one of his baby mamas because she was nicer. Y'all, she would come, y'all, and she would like, my mom be like, she'd be like, what you having for dinner? And my mom be like, oh, we making spaghetti. And she'd be like, no, let's go out to eat. And I got y'all. And so we would go, y'all, and she would like spoil us, girl. Or sometimes she'll like come over like 1 o'clock in the morning, y'all, and bring us like snacks and shit. And y'all, it was like, whoa, it was crazy. I really enjoyed, like I said, this cousin, and his mom and my mom were close growing up because his mom died, I think before I was born. So either way, we were close. And he would also like give us money, y'all. We'd play like games on the weekends, watch movies, and we'll play games and whoever could make me laugh get $5. And I remember I made him laugh by saying, your mama's so old when you pat on her back. Her left titty fell out. I think the next joke was your mama is I think the next joke was your mama's so old when she breastfeed, powdered milk came out. And God, he was trying not to laugh. He laughed, so I got it. And I think I was the only one that got like $10. Everybody else had like $5. And then, of course, if you already got money and you said a joke, because we did it in a circle, you had to pay him back $1. So like I said, I had $10. I didn't lose none of my money. Everybody else had $5, so they had $3, $2. Coming back around, y'all, this cousin, like I said, we were close. Like even when this cousin passed away, even when this cousin passed away, y'all, like that energy hit me so quickly. Like I was telling my mom what I was seeing, what I was feeling. Like it was something with like, y'all, I'm not gonna get too deep into it, but this is when I really, because I've always been intuitive. I've always been like a kid and I could see things and feel things, give readings, psychic reading stuff, girl. One time without saying too much, somebody's husband cheated on them and they were like, ask, whatever. And they came to me and they asked and they were like, hey, I think, blanket cheat on me. Where do you think they're at? And girl, me not knowing these visions that I'm getting, I'm thinking that it's real. What I mean by that is I'm thinking like I've really experienced it and not like something is telling me like, oh, spirit is telling me. Like I felt like this was a memory or like a memory. Like I witnessed this and I'm recalling this memory. So we got in the car and my young ass, I was about like 9 or 10, got in the car with them. And they were like, okay, where we going? And girl, I'm so good with direction shit, y'all. Even right now as an adult, like I know cross street starts to give shit. So I'm like, and y'all, if y'all think I'm lying too, I call one person on the phone. They can verify this too, girl, because I don't got to lie about a fuck ass thing. You know, people be like, people be lying, bitch. Listen, anything I say, bitch, I have receipts. So I'm a honest receipt having bitch, bitch, and who gonna check me? Anywho, so we're in this neighborhood, y'all, and I'm like, wait a minute. Yeah, it's a pink house with some type of trim, y'all. It was a pink house with burgundy trim, girl. There's no house in this area with that, right? So the person is like, wait a minute. I know what you're talking about. Girl, we get there, y'all. Oh my God, y'all. This was so traumatizing. We get there. Why was the motherfucker in the act at the lady's house? The person got in the car and said, oh, hell no. Slammed the door. I'm in the car, y'all. They're out here cussing, yelling. Oh my God, y'all. I was fucking scared. When this happened, they were like, thank you. Just so that we're going to go out to eat. And girl, we did. I got spoiled that whole weekend, y'all. They took me to like a hometown buffet. Girl, listen, I got spoiled that whole weekend by this person because I clocked the tea and they were like, damn. And they didn't know that, they didn't know where this lady lived at. But I saw it. I was like, yeah, she lived in a pink house with burgundy or maroon trimming. Y'all, and there we go. And it was there. So anyway, going back into this cousin, the dreams that I was having of this cousin, you guys, were so vivid. Like it was scaring me. Like I was going to Bible study around this time. I became connected to this group, the spiritual group, this one of these organizations. So they were kind of like helping us to decipher energy and how to ground ourselves and all that good shit. So I was scared to where y'all, like I was even afraid to go to bed, or I would make sure I was tired before I went to bed. Like I would tire myself out, y'all. I would go bike riding, rollerblading, running, girl, to make myself go to bed. And that's how I was so in shape, girl. Mm. Anywho, y'all, this cousin passed away and they revealed a lot of stuff to me that I never experienced. And I was like, yeah, he keeps showing me, these palm trees or these pine trees. And it's hilly. Like, y'all, I'm seeing this stuff even as I'm telling y'all, and I've never been to this place. And they're like, oh my God, Lake Tahoe, which by the way, I've never been to Lake Tahoe. But they're like, oh my God, Lake Tahoe. He loved Lake Tahoe. And I'm like, he keeps showing me this, and there's a memory there of him, and blah, 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 blah. And then I started seeing people, y'all, and it was like a story was unfolding. I started seeing people at this place, like talking about him. And he's like pointing this out to me, like, look, they're talking shit, blah, blah, whatever. But y'all, so I was like, I want to know who took him out, like who murdered him, because he was murdered. And so, y'all, there was so much shit that came up, and I almost just said the name right now, too. There was a name that came up, and I just remember writing that stuff down. And I was like, well, I'm not going to voluntarily get the information unless somebody asks. If they ask, I'll give it. If not, we're going to keep it pushing. So, y'all, literally, as time went on, nobody ever asked me. So I kept the shit to myself. But I kept seeing this scene play over and over again. Y'all, during this situation, nobody was there. Nobody saw this crime take place but the kids. I never talked to the kids and had any conversation with the kids or any interaction to know what happened. But I can see the whole thing play out, you guys, like a movie. Like I was in a camera, like a camera crew. I'm watching, I'm watching, but I'm in it, right? Seeing this shit happen and people running, people screaming, and how like nobody even heard, like no neighbor, no nothing, nobody heard this. So y'all somebody hit me up, another family member. I'm not gonna say who and what, but they hit me up, and this is years later. And they asked me, I was told that you do readings and stuff. Are you able to read and tap in and tell me what happened to blank? And of course, y'all, when they asked that question, because I've not touched that energy in such a long time, everything was coming up. Like I was like, even right now as we're talking, like I could feel his energy. Everything was coming up. I felt as if he was right there and he was telling me what to say and how to say it. And he was telling me that this person was still emotionally not healed. And y'all, this is like this is a long time ago, y'all. This like happened like in the early 2000s. Okay. And so they're not healed, and, you know, be gentle with them. So I'm being gentle, telling them the story without getting too much into it. And it gagged them, y'all. And it gagged me too. Because allegedly somebody else had told them something, and they were like, your story is making more sense than what the person who was telling me. And I said, well, the person who was telling you is hiding. But y'all, let me tell you what's so creepy about this is that I didn't even know, because one of my relatives go by a nickname, and I never knew his birth name. And that sounds crazy as hell, but I never knew his birth name. But the name, after all these years that I was getting, is actually his birth name. And so when me and this person was talking, and I tell them what, what I saw, they were like, this is confirmation. And what's scary about it is that one of my relatives, one of my relatives murdered this relative. And not only did one of my relatives murder this relative, his friend helped him do it. His friend was the one, because my cousin, the one that was murdered, did not know this other person. And so this other person is the one that actually, was used as the blind, to throw him off. And that's how he was got. And y'all, could you imagine this playing over and over in the heads of like a 12-year-old? And 14, I revisited. 16, I revisited. 19, I revisited. 20, I revisited. 21, 22. And to just have this scenario just keep playing over and over in your head, y'all, to like even the gunshots and the feeling of my cousin's life leaving his body. Whew. So this is why, once again, going into me not trusting people, it's not a far fetched trauma. No matter how much therapy I've been through, no matter how much, I'm saying like not all people are bad people. I still look at people for what I know people are capable of doing. I look at people for what I know they're capable of doing, because the idea that a cousin could kill another cousin is crazy to me. And like I said, this is factual, actual. And even going into, this murder still being considered unsolved murder, people have told, and that's how I know, even going into this too, and like investigator stuff, a lot of times, when the criminal has bargained with them, a lot of times when the criminal have paid their dues, however they see that, they will kind of not care about they'll not care about the situation. They'll not care about what happened to the victims, right? Because they're cool with the criminal. And so, yeah, I've learned that. And that's why I said, girl, two things that I know for sure. I don't trust the cops. I have nothing against the cops, but I don't trust them. And I'm always on my motherfucking protection, because I know the two things for sure it's gonna protect me is spirit and my motherfucking weapons. Can we talk about it? Hello? I know that if nothing else show up, it will be my spirits and my motherfucking weapons. Okay? And so that's what it comes down to, girl. Ain't no popos. Girl, something happened, bitch. Oh, what's first you gonna do? Not call 911. For sure, not call 911. Bitch, I'm a girl back. Did it before, girl. When I had a motherfucking stalker, girl, back in the day, girl. I got sick called them motherfucker. And I told the police, girl, flat out, listen, the next time I call you, I take your hour to come here, the motherfucker might be got in the middle of the girl bye. And I'm sure they got that on recording too, honey. The motherfucker will be got. And I'm not gonna drag him in. He's gonna be right outside that door. There we go. I was in fear of my life. There we go. But I'm just like, girl, that's crazy as fuck, y'all, to even have that type of understanding, even as a kid, that bitch, your own relatives can fuck you over. And so even going into this cousin doing that, you know, outing my boyfriend and me, it really stirred that up like, bitch, so you also are an op. Bitch, you also are for fucking a bitch up. And that'd be another thing too, where I'd be like, I'm okay with being like an outcast. I'm okay with being different. I'm okay with going against the grain because this is what healing looks like. This is what healing looks like. My story and the things that I've experienced could have led me into a whole nother path. It could have had me many, many ways. Prostituting, strung out. It could have had me addicted to drugs. It could have me drinking. Even right now, functioning alcoholic. Or it could have had me 6 feet motherfucking under. And to think about that and to be like, damn, bitch, I'm still standing. And I'm not going to say I owe it to anybody because I don't. I owe it to myself. I owe it to my spirits. I owe it to, my higher self for giving me common sense and allowing me to use it. Because, baby, it's common sense that got me out of it. Bitch, if I've been through pain, why am I going to put myself through even more pain? So like I said, I learned to maneuver and to go through life differently from other people. And that's what I said, baby, if something got to cause me to drink or smoke, I'm going to ask, what am I really doing? If I have to literally, do anything extracurricular outside of what I need to do to make me feel calm, cool, and collective, because that ashwagandha also relaxes you. Can we talk about it? GABA also relaxes you. Baby, we also know that you just shutting the fuck up and turn off your phone will also relax you. So this one I'm going to use if I'm so stressed out. And then kava kava. That's another one. I almost forgot about kava kava. So I'm like, freeing your mind and, honey, fixing what needs to be fixed and stop trying to use things as a distraction. Because I know that's what people be doing. That's not freedom, honey. You are creating shackles and bondages. You are being bound down, honey. You're being weighed down. And then you wonder why depression and things are creeping in on you. It's truly about, honestly, letting go of person, place, and things that do not serve you. People you do not trust, go with that. Okay? Because I don't have a trust issue with everybody. I meet people and I'm like, yeah, I really trust them. I feel connected to them. Other people I see them, I'm like, yeah, bitch, I wouldn't trust you around my dogs. I wouldn't trust you around nothing. Okay, hello. And my dogs can fend for themselves. So no, honey. I wouldn't trust you around. And that's sad if I wouldn't trust you around an enemy. That's kind of sad, bitch. Not being trusted around a bitch's enemy. You know goddamn well something's funny about your energy. And so that's pretty much it. I'll leave y'all with that. Freedom. Freeing your mind and really focusing on your wants and letting go of the things you don't need. Y'all, this goes for everything. Like, throw away shit, girl, clothes, throw away items, shit that does not serve, things that are just collecting dust and dirt. Bitch, it gotta go. You could do kind of what I did too, girl. I got a storage unit and took shit out my house. And then when I went to storage and I decided that I didn't need it no more, I wasn't using it no more, bitch, I threw it out while I was there. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to ever use this. Let me throw this out. So it was a filtering process. The second filter was the storage. And that's what I do. And periodically I do that. Tonight, yesterday, it's common I was doing as well. Organizing, going through shit. I got 2 trash bags right now that's going out tomorrow. bitch, of shit that I don't use. I think one of them is a sheet. We're just gonna name some of the items. One is a sheet. One is a spatula thing. I bought two of them. Another one is, girl, a plastic container I can't find a lid for. Oh, bitch, yeah. Bitch, if I can't find the lids, it's going to same thing with the socks, girl. I can't find the other pair of socks, it's getting thrown out. But you're not about to sit here and be, girl, like I said, just collecting shit. Have I worn that jacket in 3 months? Nope. Trash. Yeah, bitch. That's how we doing, honey. Okay. That's how we doing. Trash, trash, trash. Anyway, let me see, honey. Okay, not here. Okay, good. Let me go, y'all. Anyway, that's it, y'all. I hope you guys have a great week. Thank you for allowing me to share some situations with you, and some healing. Okay, I wasn't planning on getting emotional, honey, but some healing with you, right? Encouraging you to let go and let God. Letting go of people, girl. Let go of things. Bitch, you don't have to hold on to people because, well, I knew them my whole life. Yeah, I did too. I had a best friend that we've been through a lot together. We battled depression together. He lost his grandmother. A whole bunch of shit, y'all. He was going through secondary learning where he got kicked out of high school, had to go to another school. Like, girl, I was there to help as he was there to help me going through my changes. He was there when I transitioned. And then literally it go down the drain for some stupid ass shit. And I'm just like, damn, honey. Like, it's crazy, honey. But it's always about growing. It's always about evolution. It's always about elevating. People should be propelling you, not holding you back. People should be celebrating you, not shaming you. And baby, that's why I love my people that I'm connected to, baby. I love our differences. I love our differences, honey. I celebrate the differences amongst me and my friends. Yes, I do. I celebrate that. I celebrate it. So anyway, y'all, bye for now. Love and light. twospiritmystic.blogspot.com, 28spirit8mystic@gmail.com. Anyway, y'all, I'll be back again. Okay? Love and light, love and truth.